Well, what we're looking at here is this is the three-story academic wing. This is slated for ownership to be turned over on December 1st. Having said that, we will not be occupying the building on December 1st. It'll take us a month probably to get all of our furniture, get all of the stuff in once we get that certificate of occupancy. Over here, this is a good location because over here you see this is ready for windows on this side. This is going to look just like that, minus the windows, so we're really not far away on the south side. On the west side here, a big feature of this building is that west entrance. So you can see that's ready for windows as well. All this side up to there is really ready for windows. Wherever you see black is where brick and some sort of surface, some sort of textured item is going on the outside. So we do have some metallic, fronts, and we have brick fronts that's coming in there. So wherever you see black is ultimately going to be something else. So this again is maybe a little bit back in the backdrop right now as far as not as much of a priority because we really need the commons done by September 1st. Well, we were here about 4 months ago when we were looking out this hallway and seeing a lot of gravel and pipe. Now, as you can see, this whole area is really getting complete. You're going to notice a lot of these open rooms, open windows into our rooms. This entire floor is, I would say, characterized by open windows into the classrooms. We are in the science wing right now, and so we have the science and the tech ed. The next thing I'm going to show you is the tech ed. If you could take a look here, you're going to see all the light that's coming in from the north, coming in from the west, coming in from the south. We have these huge windows on the south side too, southern exposure windows. So these are science classrooms all the way through here. This is going to be a very nice feature in our new building. Okay, right now we are in the automotive and welding area, and this is probably the most important part of the summer. This is one of the classrooms that we will be occupying at the start of the school. So as you can see, this has changed a lot for all of you that have had classes in here in the last 15 years. This was our old small gas engines area. You notice the color that we have in here right now, it's very bright. You can see a lot of new apparatus in the top of the ceiling here. We have new venting. We have a new welding stations over here. All of these welding stations, they're part of our big CTE expansion area. So this is a room that's getting very close. We've got about 2 weeks that we're actually moving equipment in here in 2 weeks. So somewhere in the middle of August 14th through the 18th, this room is going to be fully equipped and ready to go on September 1st. Okay, here's kind of the main event here in the high school for 17-18. This is the commons and the cafeteria area. This has to be ready to go before we start school because it's where our kids eat. It's our entryway, it's our pathway between the old building and parts of the new building. That tech ed area that needs to be operational this year. So you can see the great number of people that are working as you go around the room. You got people in the gym, we got people in the new cafeteria, we got people upstairs, we got people on every floor, we got people down here. We got the offices being built right now. We've got the wall, the east wall of the commons that's being erected right now. So with the massive number of trades that are being used right now is really, it's really impressive, but it also shows you how much work we have to do in the next 34 days. This is our new kitchen area. This is going to be characterized by 4 to 5 points of sale as opposed to the 2 we've had in the past. You notice we got a really nice tile on the floor and the wall. The new equipment for the kitchen is coming in tomorrow actually. So the kitchen area is our priority, I'd say #1 priority. Having as much complete in the commons, #2, and then the office area really becomes #3. Also, of course, the CTE area because we have regular classes in there. Okay, we are another one of the, I would say, the signature elements of the 3-story building and the entryway is going to be this, we call it the beacon of knowledge. It's a big glass entry where the light is going to shine through. You're going to see that out on Roberts Road. So this whole area is really going to be a feature, as well as a light that's coming into the commons area. You see the light above. And so we have the new office area where all of our students and guests are going to be coming through here through the new entryway. This actually, as we look over here, we're looking at the old auditorium front. So the old auditorium front is being reconstructed in addition to having a new wall up here. And then as we roll out here, we've got this entire commons. The beams are going to be another signature item to this high school. It's one that everybody's attracted to. Kids look at this and they go, wow, that's cool, I can't wait. So everybody, that's a feature that is going into the building. And then finally, as we look to our right, you can see the office complex taking shape. We've got steel stud walls being put up right now. Again, these are things that we're anticipating going to be done on September 5th. With the office area, we're in pretty good shape because we have an alternate office area, so if this is not done on day one, we will still be operational. This is one of the new openings to the gym that you're going to see. This is our high school gym right now. This will be one of the gyms that we'll be using this year. But this is going to be an area that's accessed and visible from the commons area. So this is a new feature. You can see the new front as well as the new opening that the wall will comprise of. So this will be ready on September 1st as well. Now we are facing the west side of the commons area. As we look above here, that's our media center. We call it the ARC. That is taking shape. The ARC stands for the Academic Resources Center. So up there is where we have a set of computers. That's going to be open. So when this thing gets done in December, you're going to see a stairwell that's going to go right up through the second floor onto there. When we start school in the fall, this area is not going to be visible to students. We're going to have a temporary wall that's going to be blocking off that access so they can have construction quietly in the fall. Another design feature of the three-story academic is this west entry. This west entry is going to also be a glass entry, so you're going to have a full view of School Road and Roberts Road. So the position of the entry of the building basically is northwest facing. We wanted to include both that front of school and Roberts. Our previous high school did not really have a very good entry. Most people entered on the west side and it was just a classroom area, so that was a significant feature. So this is a social studies classroom on the third floor. These are as close to finished as any. They're very much on their way. Most finished part of this three-story wing. You see this is north facing, so you got light coming through the north. There's going to be cabinetry on this wall. If you look on this wall, you see a lot of plug-ins and such. This is one of our high-tech rooms. So there's a lot of electrical, a lot of data, etc. that's going through this room. You see the ceiling sloping up higher towards the windows, and you got these huge open faces, and you might want to think about somebody maybe watching a soccer game or a lacrosse game, you know, right from the classroom up there, because it certainly will be possible. These places might be very popular on cold nights. Here again, you see all the way around the room, you've got different electrical and data ports. So this is going to be a very popular classroom. This room is going to be used 5 periods a day. It'll be used all the time. We are on the third floor. We are looking at 2 separate flex rooms. These flex rooms are for, I would say, anywhere between 4 and 10 people. Doesn't necessarily have to be students. It could be groups of teachers, could be groups of students. But they're amid this wing of, there's 4 flex rooms on this site, or on this floor. You got social studies, English, and foreign language on this floor. So this is kind of our human services area. In this human services area, we've got all kinds of areas throughout this building that's going to be designed for flexible learning. If you notice the data ports and stuff up here, this is where we're going to have high top tables. So you're going to see chairs that are 28-inch chairs, along with a table where kids can plug in, do their work, much like a college setting. These flex rooms are going to be separate. They're going to have either a whiteboard or a video and or a monitor in each of these rooms. Out in here, you see the wide open space that's sitting amongst the wing. So we've got a bunch of area here for the group learning. There's a TV slated for the wall over here on the wall, a monitor, where kids can actually have access to those types of resources. All of these classrooms are going to be connected. They're wide open hallways. We expect kids to be learning in hallways. We didn't build these areas so they weren't used. And I think one of our missions is going to be how do we make sure that we're doing this in a way that improves learning. Over here, another feature is that we have teacher areas on the second and third floor. So teachers are going to have that ability to collaborate, and we're looking at this left room right here. There's a window in so students can see if teachers are able to help them. So again, how this all manifests itself is a little bit open-ended because none of us have ever done it before. That's the challenge, but this is the school that we built. Flexible learning, open space, a lot of light, and then just a lot of flexibility in general. We're in our second floor, the media commons. This is called the Arc. The Arc is going to be characterized by this stairwell that comes up. So the kids are actually going to walk through our media center on their way to the second hour class. So this is a hub of activity. You can see the beauty of this. We've got a huge north-facing window up here, so there's going to be a lot of light spilling out here through the commons. And then as we go through here, you're also going to see that our counseling offices are over in this corner. So our counselors actually are going to be in a place where the students are very accessible. So our students are going to be right close to the counselors on the floor. It isn't like they're going to have to go across the building to see their counselors. It's right in the middle of the academic wing. So these are our counseling areas here. These are additional. There's 2 more flex rooms here in the media center. And then we have a computer lab out there. We're also slated to have a computer lab out in the media center. In general, I would say as you think about this whole building complex, you have to take notice of all the flexible learning areas. You have to take notice of the natural light. You look at the wood trusses in the commons are definitely a signature. A lot of beautiful windows. And I would also say, as a difference from Hutchinson High School before, it's not a sprawling campus any longer. It's building up on top. So our kids are definitely going to be much more accessible to services, and they're not going to be as, I would say, strewn about. That brings some challenges as well. How do we deal with the fact that kids are going to be more closer to their staff? There's not going to be as many private areas. It's mostly going to be public space. There's going to be a lot of furniture. So as you look at areas like this out here, you're also going to have hall furniture. If you go back into Hutchinson High School, there's nothing in the halls, maybe a bench here and there every now and then. That's not the way this is going to be when it's completed. There's going to be a lot of places for people to be, and it's going to be much more than the classrooms. The classrooms are still significant, but we feel learning takes place in a lot of different areas, and that is an objective of the building and the mission of the district.
Okay, hi, I'm Dan Thompson with HHS Consulting, owner's representative for the construction project here at Hutchinson High School. I have been here at least 5 days a week, pretty much since last November. I've got a chance to see all of the progress on the building behind me. You can see the 3-story classroom addition. You guys have already seen your tour with Mr. Walsh. There's a lot going on in the building. A lot of progress. There's over 120 people here working every day. It'll continue that way right up until school start, Labor Day weekend. Lot to go yet, but I'm confident we will be ready and open, and space will be usable, and we'll have occupancy for kids come fall. So still a lot to do, and obviously this portion doesn't project to complete till December, which is right on track, and things should be looking a lot different here in another 3-4 weeks.